Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in to my weekly video message. We have had such a powerful spiritual experience over these last few weeks. During the month of Elul, we took a deep dive into the work of Cheshbon HaNefesh, of taking stock of ourselves, our lives, and our world. With Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which came right after, we welcomed in the new year. And we did so much spiritual work to help us begin 5786 from a place of expansiveness. We did the work of tshuva, of reflection, repentance, repair, and inner realignment with our values and who we want to be and what we're called to do in these broken times. We resource ourselves spiritually as well, with prayer, with being together in community, and with engaging with the wisdom of Torah for our times. And then we arrived at Sukkot, with hearts ready to enjoy the beauty and the bounty of the season and God's many gifts to us. And now we arrive at Simchat Torah, our holiday of celebrating beginning and ending the cycle of Torah reading. In addition, with dancing with the Torah, which we'll do on Erev Simchat Torah, we'll read aloud the last chapter of Torah, which tells of Moses' death, and we'll also read aloud the first chapter of Torah, which tells of the creation of the world. We might think about Simchat Torah as a holiday unto itself, that just happens to be at the same time as Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot. But we can also understand Simchat Torah to be a kind of culmination, that all of the spiritual work that we've done this season ultimately leads us back to Torah and leads us back to its deep wisdom. Because I think at the end of the day, all of this spiritual work of looking honestly at ourselves and our lives and our world and trying to turn to better ways of being is meant to lead us back to the simple and powerful message that is at the heart of Torah, which is that what matters most, what matters above all else, is loving kindness. All of the spiritual work of the season is meant to lead us back to the Torah's core teachings of honoring the divinity in every person, of loving our neighbors and our fellow Jews, of treating all people with compassion, of caring for those who our society has cast to the margins, and of committing ourselves again and again to building a world where all people have the opportunity to thrive. I think this is what's meant by the Midrash, by the rabbinic teaching that says the Torah starts with kindness, its middle is kindness, and its end is kindness. The Torah begins with God clothing Adam and Eve, the Midrash says, continues with God visiting Abraham when he is healing, and ends with God burying Moses. It is a way of saying that loving kindness is the beating heart of Torah. And if our spiritual work is about anything, it is meant to lead us back to this deep message and mandate of Torah. So my blessing for us this Simchat Torah is this. My blessing is that amidst all that we're experiencing right now in our lives and in these uncertain and turbulent times, that we never lose sight of the Torah's simple mandate to put loving kindness at the center. And I also want to bless us, that each one of us feels deeply held by the loving kindness that we give and we receive from others, and that we feel deeply fulfilled in knowing that every act of kindness we do, and every time we choose kindness and compassion and empathy instead of callousness or cruelty or disregard, that we should know and really feel that this seeds a kinder and more compassionate world for us all. May each of us have a joyful and meaningful Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah Sameach.